Hey guys, thanks for checking in. Today we're going to continue our series on using a resistance band and a chair to get a great workout. A lot of leg machines at the gym or on home gyms are rather large pieces of equipment, and sometimes, you can't afford them or they're pretty bulky. So we're going to try to take that effectiveness and transition it over to the resistance band. So what you're going to do is grab a normal chair like this. This is a really cheap chair from IKEA. It doesn't matter. All you need is backrest preferably, because then that gives you a gauge of how far to lean back. You're going to take the resistance band and put it around both back legs, okay? And now what you're going to do is you're going to sit down, and this is the Smart Toner by Twist. It's that very heavy version. It's really good because it's pretty tight. As soon as you pick up all the slack, it's tight right away. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the resistance band, the handle, we're going to put it around our right foot. We're going to reach over to the left side, put it around our left foot. So now as you can see, it's grasped firmly around both of my feet, and it's looped around the back of the chair's back legs. Now what you can do is you can start focusing on doing one leg at a time and then transition to do two legs at one time. So what you want to do is first you want to get a gauge of what the resistance is like. That's pretty easy. There's a lot of slack during the first few phases of the first couple rotations of my movement. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hands and chalk up some of that slack to my left side, and I'm going to put my left foot way out there. So now imagine if that resistance band has 100% tension, a fair amount of it is now on this side. So this side picks up resistance almost right away. And now you can do what's similar to a leg press. You can lean back on your chair, make sure you keep your back nice and straight, and you're contracting your quad and also your hip flexor as well to kick that leg out. Now one small variation you can make is, notice how I'm kicking to the ground? You can start doing high kicks, okay? And what that does is it works a different part of your leg muscles and you'll feel it. You got to make sure that you're very, very sturdy in this position, because you don't want that resistance band to take off on you and pull your leg aside. Remember that the anchor point is the back of the chair. So any deviation in a straight line is going to incur more and more resistance. So when I'm pulling down here, it's slightly less resistance than if I did a high kick, because now it's going far and up. It's a small degree of extension. It might only be like a millimeter or two, but that means more resistance. Once you're done with this right leg, then return your feet back to normal position. Now, use your hands to chalk up more slack to the right side. We're going to throw our right leg way out there. Focus on keeping your shoulder blades of your back nice and straight, shoulder blades on the back of the chair, and now we're using our left leg to kick it out. Kick it out. Now I'm going to speed this up just because I want to make this video shorter. You can do as well the high kick. The high kick with that leg. Then when you start getting more advanced, you can do both legs at the same time. Now if you're sitting on the back of your chair, remember there's less resistance than if you come to the front of your chair. And I actually like to come to the front of my chair, bury my back into this backrest, and kick my legs out. This is a bit of a balance move, so you can use your hands as counterweight to grab onto the chair and kick your legs out. And kick your legs out. And kick your legs out. And depending on where you kick, this is more of your quadriceps, because you're straightening out your legs. This is more of an overall, with a little bit more emphasis on the hamstrings. I'm grabbing this chair pretty fiercely, if that's a word, for counterweight, so that I'm not all over the place. Be careful of your lower back in this position as well. You don't want it to round too much. We always want to focus on injury prevention. So make sure your lower back is nice and straight, or keep some constant tension to exaggerate that S bend in your back. Okay? So then from here, you can also, once again, we'll chalk up some of the resistance. Come to the front of our chair and just start doing, remember, you can come this way and start doing leg kicks out to here. This is probably even more resistance because we're stretching this band even more. You can figure out ways to stretch the band even more. Okay? Come out to here and kick it out. And kick it out.